Starting this up now.
Good man.
Boom! The YouTube video started.
Okay, man.
And there he is. Pyle Yogyagin Jr. right there.
We doing headsets?
Yeah. Which is left and which is right? There's no left and right.
Thanks for the water.
If you finally decided to address your hearing loss, the MD Hearing Aid Air is a medical grade hearing aid with 90% less than traditional hearing aids. Designed by a Chicago doctor, the MD Hearing Aid Air has a sleek, visible profile. This digital hearing aid incorporates
Why am I whispering?
Yeah.
I have no idea why I'm whispering.
Exactly.
the air offers making speech
We're all amped up. That's why.
eliminating
Excited. I'm excited.
What?
I'm excited. Yeah, because we're all amped up.
best setting for your location. Call
It's at 12 noon.
1-800-010. Over 100,000 satisfied customers have already made the call.
Talk as much as you want. Make it easy on me.
Yeah.
You can even sing.
Not prepared to sing.
Should have brought you ukulele.
Yeah. It did cross my mind. It did cross my mind.
Hey, you should have brought it. I can only sing Elvis songs. So like in voice,
Yeah.
like what people sing, right? Remember we were talking yesterday.
Yeah.
Some people can sing, and some people can sing country. Some people can sing island, but you can't crisscross.
Yeah.
You're either an island singer or you're not.
Yeah.
I know people who sing well, but you can't imagine them singing like an island song. You just can't because it's a certain
Yeah.
tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can do that because my voice isn't so high,
Yeah.
it isn't so deep. Because island music is typically
A little bit high. Yeah. And
it's
sing-songy
like right in the middle,
Higher. Yeah.
and that's my voice, right in the middle.
Yeah.
But I could fake deep voice sometimes.
Secretary of Health, Government of the Republic.
I just karaoke, not professional.
It's all good, though.
Just give me a beer. No, I don't drink beer. I got that one gut attack.
Yeah,
Is that, is
yeah.
that because the IPA
Yeah.
beer, and it was because of that.
Yeah.
So I weaned it out of my system. Everything's fine. And I even been eating meat,
Yeah.
not red meat, but just chicken, seafood, and good to go.
Yeah.
And I think when I was having that first minor flare up, it sapped my. Remember I told you, it sapped my energy a little bit. I was like, really? I was like tired after 3 miles. I was like, no, I don't get tired after 3 miles.
Yeah.
But now, and that lasted for like. That lasted for about a week, but now I'm fine. Yesterday I ran 5 miles, and
Yeah.
I could have ran 5 more. I just had to go home.
Yeah.
You saw my Instagram post. The last show for me.
And then going on to KFM.
I don't know what music's gonna be on.
Callers and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers.
Oh, there you go. We're on. Are you listening? ESPN AM 1700. December 30th, 2016. Here with Pyle Yogyagin Jr., otherwise known as Steven Yogyagin, or voice of Falatusi. And we're back. This is Vincent Villafranca, your host of Smart Move on ESPN AM 1700. It's 12:30, right? December 30th,
Yes, it is.
2016.
Yep.
I'm sitting here with a good friend of mine, Steven Yogyagin. That's his legal name. If you're friends with him on Facebook, I think he's used a few different names
There's
over the
different-
years,
Right.
right? And I just learned that Steven, his birth name was Pyle Yogyagin Jr.
Pio.
Pio,
Yeah.
Pio.
Yeah.
And that's from obviously your dad's
My-
side, right?
Yeah, I was named after my dad.
Okay, and if you don't know Steven, you might, if you're my Facebook friend, you're probably following along. He was born and reared in the north shore of Oahu.
That's correct.
right? And how was that? I mean, I could go on and keep talking, but how was that for you back then? How was your childhood back then?
It was great. You know,
Open-ended question.
yeah, no, you know, growing up in the North Shore of Oahu, which is really from, if you guys know the island there, Mokuleia to Kahuku Point there, Kaena Point to Kahuku Point, which includes Waialua and Haleiwa. And if you know if you're a surfer and you understand the surfing world, the Waimea Bay, Sunset Beach, Pipeline, all of that was my stomping ground there. So it was just great growing up over there with so much to do. People would think that you wouldn't be able to do much on a small island, but I found a lot of things to do.
If you don't know my friend Steven Yagyagan, he's very well known on social media, on Instagram as well as Facebook. He's a published author, and you've published 3 books. More to
Yes.
come, right?
Yes.
He's from the North Shore of Oahu. He has his bachelor's degree from the University of San Francisco State University.
Yes.
His AA from Leeward Community College.
Yeah, the University of Hawaii system, yes.
University of Hawaii system.
Yes.
How does that work? So that's the direct
Yeah.
feed into the University of Hawaii?
Correct, yes. I
So-
actually started at the University of Hawaii first, and I just was so intimidated by the big classroom, so I transferred back to Leeward.
So what? I got a question. Just right off the cuff. Why didn't you go to University of Hawaii? Why didn't you
Yeah.
get your undergrad degree from there? Why did you go to San Francisco State?
Yeah, my counselor at Leeward Community College, Kay Yamada, rest her soul, she just passed away last year. She encouraged me to go to either Brigham Young University, which has a great broadcast program there, or San Francisco State, which was chaired by August Coppola, the brother of Francis Ford Coppola. And so I ended up going to San Francisco State University, got my bachelor's there in broadcast communications.
He's also biracial.
Yes.
He's half Samoan from Samoa.
Yeah.
I want to say it the cool Samoan way.
You say it better than me.
Samoa.
Right?
Are you Samoan? No, I'm Samoa.
Samoan.
Samoan.
Right.
And and he's half Filipino, right?
Ilocano.
Ilocano.
That's the joke that we have, right?
Oh, I that's the same thing, no?
Yeah,
Or no,
yeah,
not.
yeah.
But language, basically, Ilocano is a language, right?
Yeah,
It's
well,
not a
and it's-
definition of where you're at, right?
It's the region, the northern region of the
Right.
Philippines where my dad's from, and you know, the joke in Hawaii is when
It's
you
a
ask
region
somebody-
as well as a language?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Ilocos region, really.
Okay.
I should correct myself.
Okay.
But in Hawaii, the joke is if you ask somebody who's Filipino, "Are you Filipino?" and they're really Ilocano, they say, "No, I'm Ilocano."
Oh, because there's a defined area where they're from.
Yeah.
Also, he's a musician and a composer, and he has published 12 songs.
I have.
12 songs.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
No, not much.
I just looked
talk
at
about all
the
of
back of your book. You
Yeah.
actually now when you publish a song, how do you make money from it?
Well,
when do you do that?
Actually, I actually copyrighted it and didn't really record it on
Right.
like professionally. So when you submit
Oh.
it to the Copyrights Department of the Library of Congress, you submit the recordings and the lyrics and whatever music sheets you have to them. That way, you have the copyrights to that song.
Mm-hmm. So which was your first song? Was it Mokuleia? Is that am I saying that right?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Mokuleia and Kamuo. Oh, am I doing this right?
Kuamo'o, I think it was, right? Yeah.
Kumuo. Am I saying this
It was
right?
for a teacher, yeah. It's
Actually, if you take a look at me, I'm actually
Kumua'o. Sorry, that's the correct one. Kumua'o.
Kumua'o.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also you the church we belong to, Mater Dei Church. You also did
Yeah.
the O Mater Dei. I didn't know that.
Yeah, 3 songs. It was came to me spiritually.
So back to I just wanted to get all that in, and it also was 3 books we'll talk about. But I want to get back into he was born and reared in the North Shore of Oahu. I want to get back to that.
Yeah.
And then and through your book that you Plantation Prints that is available on Amazon.com. You can search for Steve Yagyagan, Yagyagan, Steve Steve, to look at that book. It has excellent reviews. You'll see the reviews. There's multiple reviews in there from friends and people who don't even know you who really love the book.
Yeah.
So that's available on Amazon.com. How much is it to buy the book, the hardcover?
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't
Probably
know, was it like
probably
20 bucks
20
or something, I think?
Oh, wow,
I think
you
it
have,
was.
okay. So that book is available now, and he shares his life experiences of actually from the classroom to school and to the year 2012.
Yes.
You know, when people write books, a lot of people write books for therapy, right? They write books because they want to make money. You wrote the book because probably it was part of you. You just wanted to put it on paper so your family and friends can see it, right?
Yeah, it's funny. As a kid, I remember when we were in elementary school, went to Wailu Elementary School.
Right.
There's a teacher that had us do a diary, and
Oh.
so I had diaries.
Sure.
For whatever reason, after my dad passed away, a lot it's been sort of trashed, I guess. But
Right.
I kept a diary for the longest time, and the teacher told us, every time you come home from playing, make sure you write to your diary.
Mhm.
And so I just started writing about whatever happened that day. And as I got older, I just started gravitating towards almost like writing like short stories and short books and things
About
like that.
about the experience of things that have happened to you.
Yeah, real world experiences.
Right.
And so eventually, I knew I wanted to write this book, Plantation Prince, a while back, and I was submitting, copies of them to, agents out there,
Mhm.
and don't call us, we'll call
Right.
you, and
Right.
for how many years? And then finally, when self-publishing came into place, I said, you know what, heck with that, I'm going to self-publish.
Mhm.
And so that book that you're holding was probably maybe 3 times the size of information that I had written over the years.
This book is 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
right.
so edited down, that's what we have, the final product now. And I know that I want to continue from 2012 to however long I live and
Mhm,
write more
mhm.
stuff. No, really, it's about growing up, having the biracial, multi-ethnic experience in Hawaii, which a lot of kids are familiar with, And even though we're Americans, by birth, I think we approach life a little bit differently because of our biracialness or multi-ethnicity that
Mhm.
we have in us. And that's just what I've learned over the years, as a kid.
A big thing for you when you say you're biracial, right?
Yeah.
Samoans, right? Samoans, I mean, they're large. We all know they're the biggest of the islanders, or,
Yeah.
or one of the biggest, like
Yeah.
Tongans, Fiji. These are big guys out
Yeah,
here.
big solid people.
Filipinos,
Yeah.
right? Your
Yeah.
dad
Uh-huh.
were physically smaller.
Mhm.
So when you were younger, growing up in Oahu, you'd go to parties on your dad's side. You go to parties on your mom's side. You go to parties on your mom's side. They're like, "Hey, who brought the 9-year-old?" I'm just doing a joke, right? Who brought the 9-year-old? You're like 18 years old. Hey, I'm not 9 years old. Would that happen?
Well, yeah, and I skew.
You're like, I'm 18. you
Yeah,
know?
I skew more on my dad's side, the Filipino side. But,
Right.
and so when I stand next to my Filipino side of the family, I'm taller than them by
You're
several
normal.
inches.
You're normal.
Yeah, but when I stand next to my mom's
The
side,
other party.
yeah, they're like
Hey,
6'2",
what happened?
6'3", exactly. And they look down at me and they're like, "What happened to you?" I'd flip them all off.
Or you tackle up. They're like, stop hitting me. You're tickling. You're like giving your hardest punches. Like, hey, you're tickling me.
Hey, one of my younger sisters, she's bigger than me, and she used to always.
Your sister's a biggity. Yeah.
She used to want to wrestle me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of embarrassed, but
You're like, okay. You want to make it a punch out. You don't want to hit the ground. You just want to. This is punch. Don't touch me. Just, you don't want to hit your sister. No groundwork here in this fight.
never hit a girl.
But that's gotta be interesting though. Like going to one party, that had to have had some effect on your psyche because one side of the family you're the little guy, one side you're the big guy. So you're
Yeah.
like, well, who am I? Well, I'm both guys.
Yeah.
Right?
And also, too, there was so much more that was going on. So when you look at the family that you're surrounded by, my dad and mom would throw luau's that were for like 500 people.
Right.
And so they'd pack this place full.
Your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Right.
And so on one side, like for the entertainment as well, my dad would bring the Filipino orchestra, the local Filipino orchestra there. I mean, guys with like mandolins and guitars. And
What would they
violins.
sing? Just wondering, what would they sing?
Traditional Filipino or Ilocano songs, I should probably say.
Traditional Ilocano songs.
So they'd do their thing, and then on the other side, when my mom's family got together, they would bring on the full-on Samoan dancing and
Yeah.
the
The knife dance or whatever, the slap dance.
oh yeah,
or,
the screaming and everything. That
Yeah. From the Rock.
Yeah.
What we saw in the movie.
I'd look at everybody before me, and I'd just shake my head and go, "Wow, this is something." It's like a spectacle because you got two different cultures coming together.
Exactly. But what's funny is that like if you see like someone like from that party, if you see someone from 50 feet away, right, the Filipino side and then the Samoan side, they look the same.
Mhm.
But when you put them together next to each other,
Mhm.
you see the difference in physical, like
Yeah.
because one's 6'2",
Yeah.
230, the
Yeah.
other one's 5'7" or 5'6", $140.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? When you come together, hey, there's a big difference here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that had affected you. Now, growing up in school,
Uh-huh.
How do you think that affected you? Going in high school, say a senior in high school, was this still affecting you?
Well,
Or?
all through elementary school, it was interesting because most of the mixtures that you had at that time, back in the 60s and 70s, were if you were Filipino and mixed, you were either Filipino Hawaiian, maybe Filipino Portuguese, or Filipino Japanese or something. And there were only at that time maybe 6 families who were Filipino Samoan. And so it was funny when I had a teacher that asked me, what my mix was, and I said, "Oh, Filipino Samoan," and her response was, "Huh, interesting."
Wait, so there weren't very many people who were Filipino Samoan.
No.
You were rare.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then too, you coupled with how I look more Asian, so
Sure. Well, you look Filipino to me.
Yeah,
You don't look.
yeah.
You don't look
Well,
like Asian.
Right.
Like Japanese. You don't look like that.
I mean, I still to this day have old Filipino women coming up to me and speaking Tagalog, and I'm standing there going, I have no idea what you're saying. But
Oh, yeah.
at the same time, the Samoans and Polynesians would look at me, and if I told them I was half Samoan, they go, "Yeah, right."
Yeah. They don't believe you.
And I'd be like frustrated. I'm like, "Yeah, right, I am."
No, because they look at one thing. You're either really tall.
Yeah.
Or you're really thick.
Mm-hmm.
You're not tall or thick.
No, I'm like stuck somewhere in
Yeah,
between.
well, you have the Filipino side.
Yeah.
Normal
Right. Yeah,
Filipino
yeah.
size.
Right.
But that must have been interesting for you.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the Plantation Prince again.
Yeah.
Now this book that you wrote this as because of your teacher was saying, hey, write down the diary. Then you kind of put it all together for the book. Now, when you were self-publishing this, like when you were going over the book over and over again, did this help you mentally when you're reading about your experiences? Did it help you mentally? Like I went through that. I went through that. It kind of reminds you where you've been.
I think I don't know how it sort of for me confirmed just my path in life and who I am, and as I kept writing and then later on when I would edit it down, I would reread it, and I would have friends read it as well. It would just confirm who I was as a person, as an individual. And
That's good because a lot of people always look to the future. They say happiness is in the present,
Yeah.
happiness is here. A lot of people don't reflect on what they've been through, and psychologists teach us not to do that, right?
Yeah.
They say no, happiness is the present. No, forget about your past, forget about history. And you're one of the few guys that I know that are always you're always talking about the past and what's you're there, but you're always in the present also. But you do that. So when we come back, we'll come back in a couple of minutes. We'll be talking more about Plantation Prince with Steve Yayagan, and his book Plantation Prince is available on Amazon.com. Just search for his name, Steve Yayagan, and he lives by a code of life that's defined in the book as RLCD, right?
Yeah.
And we want to go into that and why he picked those names and those words and how it helped influences his life. And again, the book is available on Amazon, so you can read about it as well. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes with Steve Yayagan. Kind of muddled through that, right? Okay, let's talk about this. We'll do RLCD.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing to talk about.
RLCD. That was when I read this book a few years ago already.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that stepped out. That and also some other things that are in the book. And then what's a fun thing that I'm going to do later is maybe towards the end because we'll hit this one really good.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some haikus right here. But what I want to do to see if it's possible, I'm gonna say a haiku,
Yeah.
and I want you to go back and thinking what you were thinking when you made that haiku.
That's good because I don't even recall any of it. When you say it, it'll probably hit me.
Oh yeah, it'll hit you because you wrote them.
Yeah.
You put great thought into these.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's gonna hit you no matter
The
what
most
it is.
reliable and hard-working escrow team in San
I
Diego.
know it was meant to inspire
Buying,
people.
selling, or
Oh, yeah,
refinancing
you'll
a home
already
can be
know
a
what's
stressful
going on.
event.
Now,
And our
the
friendly
definition of a
staff here at
haiku
Alliance
is always
ready to make your
3
home
lines.
buying or
Yeah,
selling
it's
Or you said 4
process
lines
easy
before.
and
Well,
possible.
the,
We strive
so that
for
Americans
outstanding
can
customer
understand it
service
better
and
and
are
write
very
it better.
dedicated to
Because
giving
it's a
top quality
Japanese
service
style
to each
poetry.
and every
It's
sale.
really
Alliance Escrow will provide a special discount to active and reserve service members and disabled or
17
retired veterans as
syllables.
well.
Japanese
Whether
write it
it's
in 17
residential,
syllables.
commercial,
So not
bulk
necessarily in
business,
3
or
lines.
refinance.
Oh, 17 syllables.
Call
Yeah.
Alliance Escrow
Oh.
today
Yeah, when you
and
think
let us
about
help
it,
you close
Japanese
your
is
deal
doing
as
it in 17
seamlessly as
syllables.
possible.
Right.
Call 619-609-0015
Americans
or
will
go
do
to
like 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the second
www.allianceescrow.com
line,
today.
and 5 syllables
That's
on the third line.
619-609-0015
Syllables.
or
So,
www.allianceescrow.inc.com.
well, I don't want to
Alliance
talk
Escrow.
about it. I want to say
Your
that for
partners
sure.
in real
yeah.
estate.
But talking about that.
If you finally
I think
decided
we could
to
have
address
told
your
them
hearing
it's
loss,
17
the
cents.
MD hearing aid
Because nobody knows what you do.
costs up to 90%
Oh, my.
less than traditional hearing aids. Designed by a Chicago
hopefully,
doctor, the MD hearing
we
aid
sell a
Air
couple
has a
bucks,
sleek,
I
nearly
I'll buy some. Oh, we got some sales from the.
I need to get some more too. Just,
If someone orders, where does the stock come from?
it comes. They have the fulfillment place that prints it out. I don't know exactly where, but
So they print it because say there's no inventory right now, right?
no, yeah,
So they
it's
print it and
on
they send
demand.
it.
Yeah, print on demand. Matter of fact, if you
Oh.
ordered it through Barnes and Noble, they can order it too. They'll order it through Amazon and it'll come to Barnes and Noble. Then they'll call you to come and pick it up.
Oh, interesting.
They don't stock them on the shelf. If the demand is high for the book, yeah, they'll order a whole bunch. Because I was talking to them about that. I was like, so what constitutes you guys, having my books on the shelf? And they said, well, if there's a huge demand, we'll buy some.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But if it's not, then we'll just, order it as it goes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Don't be
interesting.
left out.
Learning about
If you've
self-publishing and how it
moved,
works.
be sure to update the address on your
I like
IME
this.
and
I was
participate in
reading
the
this morning
decisions
about
of your
the
community.
RLCD.
Also,
Yeah.
check and make sure it
Respect,
has an
respons-
18
respect,
on the back.
responsibility,
If it
listen,
doesn't,
learn, love,
it's
care,
no
and
longer
confidence,
valid
desire,
and you need to
determination,
renew
and
it.
discipline.
If it doesn't have any numbers on the
It's-
back,
my son
check
knows
its
it better than
validity
me,
on the
but-
front.
Yeah, if I say
Update your
RLCD,
IME
my son
and
will
never
sit
be
straight
left
up.
out again.
He's
National
driving me nuts.
Electoral Institute. IME.
They are the places that provide
Have
you
it
the
posted
air
in
you
our
breathe,
garage
the
wall.
food you eat,
This is a good
and
one.
where you
Yeah.
relax. They protect
This
and
is sort
give
of
you
that
nourishment.
too,
Oh no, we're going to talk about that.
Protected natural areas
We'll
are
talk
places
about
that guard
bulk
a great variety
I
of
want
life.
to rewrite that
They
in
provide the
first
opportunity
person
for nature and
because they
human
asked me to
beings
do
to
it
progress
in that guy
together.
I met from the
Protected
who
natural
works
areas.
with the
Know them, live them,
Vatican.
and keep them.
told me do it in third person.
Secretary of
because 80%
Environment
of
and
the police
Natural
will not believe
Resources, Government of the Public.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
I need to tell them I'm a realtor now.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And we're back. This is Vincent Villafranca, your host of Smart Move on ESPN AM 1700. I'm a San Diego realtor with Big Block Realty. I've been a realtor for almost 15 years of my life. If you ever need a solid realtor, an award-winning realtor, you can always reach me direct at 619-972-8798. I'm sitting here with author, composer, GGTK. You know what a GGTK is?
What is that?
Good guy to know.
Oh, okay.
Sitting here with Stephen
Good guy to know.
Yagagan.
All right.
Stephen Yagagan, and he does everything. He was also all-around good guy. He's been my friend for a number of years. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about his Plantation Prince book, which is available on Amazon.com. If you search Stephen Yagagan, his books will pop up. Now, I bought this book about 3 years ago, Stephen.
Yeah.
And you live by, I guess you call it a code,
Mhm.
right? A code, and it's RLCD, and he's the author. He's the author, the engineer of this, right?
Yeah.
And through his spiritual experiences with, because you weren't always Catholic,
No.
through his experiences with Buddhism, Christianity, when he was living on the North Shore of Oahu, which is, honestly,
Yeah.
whenever somebody says I grew up in Hawaii, I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah.
And I try to get there with my wife and my kids, like as many times as I can.
Right.
But I was like, I would just stay there, because look, I mean, like it's less of a rat race.
Mhm.
You don't have real estate is expensive there, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're always at the beach. You're in shorts 24 hours a day, year round.
Yeah.
When it's raining,
Yeah.
it's still warm.
Yes.
So you're still in your shorts.
Exactly.
When it's raining, you can still go swim,
Yeah.
although it may be dangerous for
Yeah.
sharks, but you can always be out, and that's my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I always like to be in shorts and flip. That's just me.
That's how I was for the first 21
This
years.
to
of
me,
my
I'm
life.
wearing a shirt. I'm dressed up right now, but for the show, I
Yeah.
started,
Right.
dressing better, I guess.
Yeah.
Sort of, I guess. But he lives by a code, RLCD, which from when he studied Buddhism, Christianity, and let me please educate us a little bit more on what's in the book RLCD and how do you live your life and how has it impacted you and what do you do with it?
All right, so I'll talk a little bit. So it really is like there's a square and a cube on some of those letters
Yeah,
that you saw, right?
yes,
right.
yes,
So
yes.
and I'll kind of spell it out in a minute. So it's R squared, L cubed, C squared, and D cubed. And what that stands for is respect, responsibility, listen, learn, love, care, confidence.
Oh, I'm catching this now. R2, that means 2 R's.
Yes.
L3, see, I know,
I wanted to do
I
something
did
like
I
a
actually took calculus.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a B in calculus. I just don't like to say, well, I'd never do it again, but.
when I was a
continue.
kid, I really loved math, so I like to create
Yeah.
formulas
Oh my
like that.
gosh.
And then
Yeah.
and then DQ, which is desire, determination, and discipline. Really
Right.
self-discipline when you think about it.
I understand the numbers now.
Yeah. So growing up in Hawaii, my parents were strict. Probably my mom more so than my dad. But there are things that I recall that my parents would say things like, make sure you carry yourself well, don't shame a family name, have self-respect, and that kind of stuff.
Was it your mom doing that or your dad pushing on that?
Both of them, but mostly my mom.
Your mom's side?
Yeah, for me as
Yeah.
a boy, there was a double standard in our house. I mean, my
Okay.
parents are old school.
Right.
My dad used to, kind of just let me do whatever I wanted to do, but he
Okay.
was stricter with my sisters. Altogether in the family, there's 3 boys, 6 girls.
3 boys,
Yeah.
6 girls.
That's
Okay.
for another story, though.
6 girls. That's
Yeah.
a lot of. Okay.
Well, so as the youngest boy, I was smack dab between the 3 older girls and the 3 younger girls. So whenever I got into trouble, they would always, my mom would pin me down. They'd put ponytails in my hair and throw a moo on me and throw me out in the street.
Quick question: 3 boys, 6, you were all in the same house?
No, not all.
Who was in? Just wondering, who was in your house?
At that time, really, there were 3 of the girls and myself left.
In your house?
In that house. At that
Were the
time.
3 women taking after the Samoan side or the Filipino side? I'm just trying to get a size
Yeah.
reference here.
You know-
you know what I mean?
It's hard to say. I know my older sister
Yeah.
was gravitated more toward the Samoan side, Heather.
Sure.
And then Fausta, she's gone now, but she's a year younger than me. We're more like Filipino, I guess, when you look
Okay.
at us, right?
Right.
But mentally, we thought, we could understand Filipino culture and all that,
Sure.
but we also thought more on the Polynesian side. Samoan
Exactly.
side
Yeah.
too.
Because you were in Oahu,
Yeah.
so hey, it's
And
all
then
around you.
Rose, the youngest one, she's probably 50-50, well, she's not the second to the youngest,
Mm.
50-50, Filipino and Samoan.
Yeah.
So get back to the RLCD, because of all these things that, the sort of like the code or whatever that our parents put us
Yes.
through, I came up with these terms: respect, responsibility, listen,
Mm-hmm.
learn, love, care, confidence, desire, determination, and discipline. And I also shared that with my kids too, my son Matthew, my daughter Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that when my son was in elementary school at Zamorano, I think I told his 4th grade
Paradise
teacher.
Hills.
Yeah.
You lived in Paradise Hills?
Yeah, well, we were with our in-laws for a little while
Okay.
there. Yeah, and so I told his teacher, if my son ever gets out of hand, just tell him RLCD and he'll straighten up.
Mhm.
So one day, I don't know, I guess he was talking out of turn and the teacher said RLCD.
The teacher said that?
Yeah, and she said he just sat up. And so he came home and he goes, Dad, did you tell her RLCD? I was like, I did. He was all mad at me.
Oh.
But it's sort of like, that's our core as a family, our foundation for how we live our lives, how we carry ourselves, and yeah, like every human being, we're not perfect as well,
Mhm.
But to me, I always go back to that. So respect is carrying yourself with self-respect, and you can't get respect from anybody else unless if you know how to respect yourself and, carry yourself, respectfully in
Yes.
public. Responsibility is really taking responsibility for your own life, everything you do instead of blaming everybody for whatever's going on wrong in your life.
Yeah.
Listen-
You can only control your own thoughts. Don't let
Yes.
anything control you. Don't people pull you here. Just
Yeah.
it's all you. That's
Yeah.
that's how the world we live in. So
Mhm. And then listen
right.
is, whenever people are talking to you or, really listen to what they're saying.
Mhm.
You get some people sometimes like they're, especially nowadays, you got cell phones, right?
Mhm.
You get a friend talking to and he's on his cell phone like, yeah, not really listening,
Mhm.
but that's what I learned in life is to, really listen to what the other person's saying and then really what they're saying so you know how to respond or how to react appropriately. Learn is just always be learning in life, just never stop learning. Love, just really love your neighbors, your family, your friends, and love yourself.
Mhm.
All too often, a lot of us, we don't know how to love ourselves as well. Not in a self-centered way, but just, in a humble way.
it's part of respecting and just
Yeah.
respecting yourself,
Yeah.
loving yourself. Yes.
Listen,
Care.
Care. Yeah. So care is really like caring for your health,
Right.
caring for your surroundings, your home, your neighborhood, and like anything that anybody who has built before you, caring and respecting those things, not tearing apart those things. Like, for example, graffiti is another thing, example I can give you. Confidence is, really be confident in the gifts that God has given you in your life, be confident in your strengths and your talents that you have. And then the D's, desire, just always be how do you say desire? It's like
Just feel it in my bones and soul to want to achieve something worthwhile in life.
there you go. Yes, have goals in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want it to be misconstrued as desiring sex or something like that, but goals. Desire determination. Have the determination to overcome any obstacle in your life,
Mm-hmm.
and then discipline is really self-discipline. To manage your life well. To know that if you got to get up at 5 o'clock to go to work, you got to get up at 5 o'clock.
Right.
And nobody gonna wake you up except
Right.
yourself. Yeah.
So these, I guess you are the engineer, the architect of this. Has anybody ever come up to you and said, like I know on the reviews on Amazon,
Yeah.
people talked about this a
Yeah.
little bit, and then you talk about it quite a bit. This is this is a great way to live your life.
Yeah.
It really is. And I've learned it. Sometimes you look at it and then you forget about it the next day. But
Mm-hmm.
when I go back to it, and I looked at the definitions and everything you've written down here,
Yeah.
this is an excellent way to do.
I mean,
to
anybody
live
can
life.
come up with whatever works for them. For
Right.
me, I felt these are the core values that I've learned in my life that would really mean a lot for me as a dad raising my family.
Mm-hmm. And this is again, this is part of this came from Buddhism and Christianity. You just kind of formulated it from
Everything. I mean, our family was surrounded by Eastern and Western philosophy,
Mm-hmm.
all our lives, and so I picked all the good things that I could get out of both philosophies,
Mm-hmm.
and threw it all in there. It's kind of like stew.
Yeah, you threw it on in there, and then these are things. This is how you want to live your life
Yeah.
as a good person, as a respectful person, and then again, you can read about all this at Amazon.com. And how would they reach you if they want to reach you and ask you about the book? You have a number they can give to you about you?
Man, you know what? If they go to, I know on Amazon they can contact me there, but also too if they wanted, hey, they can send me an email, boysan1@yahoo.com, BOYSAN and the number 1 at yahoo.com.
This book. I just read a few pages of it this morning, but I know I could do an entire show on this book. But I can easily do that. But when we come back, we're going to talk about his other book. In the order, The Divine Mercy? Was this book made after Plantation Prince or
It was before.
Before, okay.
Yeah, Plantation Prince was my most recent book.
And The Divine Mercy, it's called The Divine Mercy, which is also available on Amazon.
Yeah.
An amazing journey inspired by real events that has happened to Stephen Yagyagan and his life. And also he's made another book we'll be talking about later called Haikus for Life, Live, Love, and Life with Passion. But we'll be right back in a couple minutes with The Divine Mercy and Stephen Yagyagan. This is Vincent Villafranca, your host of Smart Move on ESPN 1700. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes talking about The Divine Mercy. Thank you so much.
The most reliable and hardworking escrow
Muddle
team
through
in
that
San
again?
Diego.
Yeah, good.
Alliance
You're on the
Financing
time,
a
man. That's
home can be a
awesome.
stressful
We're
event.
almost
Dude,
done.
Our
you
friendly
got-
staff here at
this,
Alliance
man.
is ready to make
I'm
your
trying.
buying or selling process
Just off the
as
top of my
smooth as
head.
possible.
Yeah, I
We
probably have
strive
to
for
like.
This will be very.
customer service
This is
and are
this is
very
like
dedicated
your
to giving
passion.
top-quality
So I'm
service
going to do
to
really
each
open
and
end
every
questions,
sale.
and you can just talk about
Alliance Escrow
your
will provide a special
experiences, like
discount
what
to active
your
and
experiences
reserve
with the
service
Divine
members
Mercy,
and disabled or
why you
retired
wrote it,
veterans as well.
and we can
Whether
talk
it's
about
residential,
how they told you to
commercial,
write
or
it in
business,
third
or
because no one will believe you. We can
refinance.
talk about
Call
everything.
Alliance
Oh, yeah.
Escrow
And we'll
today.
really
And
jump
talk
into
about how
Close your
it came
deal
about
as
on March
seamlessly
18,
as possible.
2012 too.
Yes.
619-609-0015 or go to www.allianceescrowinc.com.
I noticed that
That's
you did sort of the Filipino flag sort of on it.
619-609-0015
No, you know
or
what?
Red,
It was
www.allianceescrowinc.com.
the artist
Alliance
Joshua.
Escrow, your partners in
did
real
the-
estate.
that
Who's
part.
Joshua?
Title of
Uh,
San
he's,
Diego
right
is
now.
the next generation of title companies. They offer their clients.
There's a Filipino flag. Should we do this? Like, look.
Services in
It's supposed to be like the rays of light, because like the blue is the water and the red is the blood. But it does look like the flag.
Yeah, it does.
High Court
Yeah.
Title of San Diego
Yeah, it
offers
does
you
look like
title and
it.
escrow solutions. Whether you're
Jesse's
buying,
son.
selling,
Jesse
or
Sullivan's son,
refinancing,
Joshua.
they have
Oh, your boy
covered.
Jesse.
With
Yeah.
over a century
He
of
designed
experience,
this.
you
Our
can
late
count
friend
on
Jesse.
High Court
Yeah,
Title
Mark
of
Oh.
San Diego.
So Joshua was from
History
her
of
first
servicing
husband,
customers
and he's
with
a
high
full-on
integrity,
artist.
white gloves,
I mean, he actually does artwork, and he also teaches at high tech.
unrivaled
He's
financial
I
strength to
think
back your
10th grade
policies
teacher.
How old is he?
for all your real estate transactions.
Maybe late
Call
20s,
High
early
Court
30s.
Title of San
Oh,
Diego
he
today
really?
at
I never knew that.
619-660.
I never got to actually meet
They are the places that provide you
Jezebel.
the air you breathe,
Jesse. Her
the
name was
food you
Jezebel.
eat,
You never met her
and
before?
where you
I met her briefly, and that's all.
They
We never really got
They
to
No,
give you
yes.
nourishment. The country's
don't
protected
talk about
natural
that.
areas are places that provide They provide the opportunity for nature and human beings to progress together.
So,
Protected natural areas.
we'll eat lunch
Know
after
them,
this.
live them,
Quick
and
lunch?
keep them.
Yeah.
Where
Secretary
do you
of
wanna eat?
Environment and Natural Resources, Government
Up here,
of the
or-
Republic
San Diego
Bounce out, or
basketball
doesn't
is in
matter?
full swing. Check out the men
Yeah,
and women
you practice
Toreros
it.
in their quest
Oh,
for a WCC
okay.
championship.
Whatever you
For a
feel
list of
like you
upcoming games and
You know, a
tickets,
friend of
visit
mine,
USDToreros.com.
before he does a
Don't miss the
speaking
excitement
engagement,
of San Diego
he can't
basketball.
eat.
Let's
So if
go,
his speaking
Toreros.
engagement is 6 p.m. at night,
Yeah.
he needs the whole day.
This year, the Hyundai
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
holidays
how do you do
make
that? Like, I have to eat
merry and
something.
bright.
He can't speak because
Yeah.
he gets too nervous. He's an excellent speaker though. He
Yeah.
just, I think it's probably mental.
It's adrenaline for some
Yeah,
guys.
he-
I was like that for a
Keep that
while,
festive feeling
but
going
as I
10
got
years
better
long.
at it, I was
Yeah.
like,
Every Hyundai
it's
also
something
comes
light,
back
so I don't
with America's
work on
best warranty. Our
recording.
10-year
Yeah.
100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So go
The divine
on, get
mercy.
married at your Hyundai dealer.
So just
Drive
go
along
off on
behind
this
the
one,
wheel.
and then
Brand
I'll
new
ask you
Hyundai
questions.
during the
This is
Hyundai
something I know
holiday
you
sales
can,
event.
you can really get
Visit
into.
buyhyundai.com or see your Hyundai dealer
Yeah.
today.
Totally changed.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The Hyundai holidays are the
Good,
reason
yeah,
to
you
buy
pushing
now.
out the time
At
nicely.
least the 2017
Quarter of the hour,
$189 a
man.
month
Yeah.
for 24 months.
I'm watching you, you're watching the time.
$26.99 due at signing. Offers end.
Before,
Your
like
San Diego
I'd
Hyundai
be
dealer or
talking,
visit buyhyundai.com.
and all of a sudden I'd
Hyundai
talk, and then
America's
they
best
cut me
warranty.
off because I was so nervous that I couldn't like bring it into, I couldn't, because I'm like, I'm not a natural speaker,
Yeah.
but I'm good at like job interviews, so I'm
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
job interviewer. I don't know. Thank you. And we're back. This is Vincent Villafranca, your host of Smart Move on ESPN M1700. It's 12:30, 2016. Sitting here with Stephen Yagyagan. He's the author of 3 books, and we went over the Plantation Prince earlier. But he has a book that he also created, which was his first book.
Second book.
The second book. The first book was a haiku book.
Yeah.
The second book was he has authored and is available on Amazon.com. It's called The Divine Mercy, an amazing journey inspired by real events. But yes, so Divine Mercy. I read this a few years ago,
Yeah.
but and I don't want to talk about it because this is your baby.
Yeah.
These are your thoughts. These are
Yeah.
your experiences. So you can speak to it a lot better than me, Steven. So
Yeah.
so what inspired you to write this book? What happened in your life that made you want to put these thoughts and feelings down on paper?
So on March 18, 2012, I was getting ready to conduct the choir at Mater Dei. I conducted the choir at the 7 a.m. and the 9 a.m. Mass. And just before the Mass started, I was at a turning point in my life, and I almost didn't go to Mass that day, but somehow I made it and dragged myself to Mass. So about 5 minutes before Mass started, I noticed that my chest started to feel like I was feeling pains, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have a heart attack right here at the altar, and it's not going to be pretty. And just at the first note of the song, the entrance hymn, I just started seeing and feeling rays like shooting out of my chest. It was the weirdest thing. You're alive and like the rays are shooting out of my chest, and I'm looking around and I'm going, I know nobody sees this as I'm conducting the choir.
So you feel and you see
Mhm.
something coming out of your chest.
It's almost like sparklers.
Right, okay.
But it was like fire and water gushing out of my
Right,
chest. It was
okay.
the weirdest thing.
Okay.
But it was good. As it started to progress, I started realizing, okay, this is like not really normal right now. But I just knew that nobody could see what was going on. And